Hi, this is Joel Joy from CST Department, second year. My registration number is UR15CS045. I'm going to do the 8th experiment in the data structures lab. I'll show you the question. The question is implement merge sort and quick sort using C++. So I'll show you the program. This is the program for merge sort. So hash include iostream is used for calling the compiler to call the header file iostream using namespace std, and then array of size 50 of type integer is declared. Then a function merge is to merge the elements. Its return type is void. It has 3 arguments, that is low, mid and high. All are of type integers. Data type, and then we have 1 2 3 4 5 variables over here. All are of type integer. Variable h is equal to low, I is equal to low, j is equal to mid plus 1, p is b of 50 and k. While I is less than or equal to mid and j is less than or equal to high, this loop runs. Inside this we have an if else statement. If a of I is less than a of j, then b of h is equal to a of I, otherwise I is incremented, else b of h is equal to a of j and j is incremented, otherwise h is just incremented, and this loop runs. Otherwise if I is greater than mid, then we have a for loop. K is equal to j, k less than high, and k is incremented after each iteration. B of h is equal to a of k and h is incremented. Otherwise else we have another for loop. K is equal to I, k less than or equal to mid, and k is incremented after each iteration. B of h is equal to a of k and h is incremented after each iteration. And we have another for loop. For k is equal to low, k less than or equal to high, k is incremented after each iteration, and a of k is equal to b of k. Then we have a function merge sort, return type void. It has 2 arguments, low and high, of type integer data type. We have a variable mid of type integer data type. If low is less than high, then mid is equal to low plus high by 2. Now it's sort of low and mid, merge sort of mid plus 1 and high, merge low, mid and high. Then in the main function we have 2 variables, size and I, both are of type integer. Then we ask the user to enter the size of the array. The user gives the size of the array and it is stored in the variable size using scene statement. Then we ask the user to enter the elements of the array. It is stored using scene statement. It is stored in the array A using the for loop and the scene statement. Then we call the merge sort function, passing the argument 1 and size, which is given by the user. Then the sorted elements, the sorted array are displayed using the for loop, and endl is used to used to end the line and go to the next line. Now we compile and then run that program. Size of the array is 5. Enter the elements in the array: 3, enter 1, enter 2, enter 4, enter 5. Sorted array is given. Now we go with the quick sort method. Hash include iostream is call for the compiler to call the header file which contains input and output functions. Then we have a function quick sort of type void, return type void. It has 3 arguments, an array, low and high variables of type all are of type integer, and p is assigned to low, pivot is equal to a of low and I. So variable all are of type integer. If low is less than high, then for I is equal to low plus 1, I less than or equal to high, this for loop runs, and after each iteration I is incremented. If pivot is greater than a of I, then a of p is equal to a of I, and a of I is equal to a of p plus 1, and a of p plus 1 is equal to pivot, and p is incremented after each iteration. Quicksort of a low and p minus 1 is called, and quicksort of a p plus 1 and high is called recursively. Then in the main function we have 5 variables, an array of size 100, high, size, low, high, all are of type data type integer. We ask the user to enter the size of the array. It is stored in the size variable. Then we ask the user to enter the elements of the array, and it is stored in the array named A. Then low is assigned as 1, high is equal to size, and quicksort of A, low and high is called. A, low and high are passed as arguments. This is because and then the sorted array is displayed using the for loop and the scene statement. Until is used to go to the new line. Since it is an integer main, we have to return an integer type value. Since there is no specific integer type value to return, we just return 0. We just build and run the program. Let's build it. There is no error, and then we run it. Size of the array is say 10. We give random number 6, enter 1, enter 4, enter 2, enter 5, enter 3, enter 9, enter 8, enter 1, enter 2. The sorted elements are displayed over here, and it's correctly sorted. Thank you. So the program is successfully compiled and executed.